Hey, what's up, guys? Back from the deck profile here. So I was actually working on this deck because I actually kind of miss playing Beetroopers, and this is actually Striker Beetroopers, which it's kind of weird, but I'll show you. It's a 60 card, or it's a 60 card list, but I think everything's very necessary. Huge fan of bug insect types, so and bug Pokemon. Yeah, so without further ado, oh also, yeah, you can see all the homeboys down here. Somebody asked me to revisit this deck. That's what prompted me to do it with what's his name, Dragon Bite, the new card from fucking Battles of Chaos. Card's insane. So let's get right on into it. So. Alright, so like I said, 60 cards. So 3 Dragon Bite. I'm going to show you a small combo right at the end of this too with this card. So it's a level 4 tuner insect. Whenever it's normal summoned only, which is kind of makes me sad. I wish it was when it was special summoned too, but whenever it's normal summoning, special summon, it's like Marauding Captain level 4 or lower insect from your hand. Also, you can target one of your monsters, banish an insect from your graveyard, field, or hand, and then that monster that you targeted gains level of the monster you banish. So it banishes like Resonance Insect, and that's just nuts. So card's very good. So still playing 3 of the Scout Buggy. I think there's just not really much to say about this card. I've done this deck a few times, so I'm not going to explain every single card in here. And then 3 of the Scale Bomber. Card's absolutely ridiculous as well. Sometimes I actually leave this up on the board instead of linking away with it just for another interruption. So, and then this card's kind of like Aztec P. Gains 200 attack for each insect you control outside of itself, and then whenever it dies, it adds a insect from deck to hand. So, and then 2 of the Sting Lancer. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. I actually love drawing this card. But you search it multiple times in the combo, or insects level 5 or higher multiple times, so that's why we only play 2. So, and then one of the Mighty Neptune. This card is just very good. 3K. Target 3 of your banished monsters, shuffle them back into the main deck. They have to go to the main deck to special summon this card. And then during the end phase, it gives one of your guys 1,000 attack. So, and then for the Battle Wasp portion,
scared me.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of me. My door just flew open for no reason. So the Battle Wasps, 3, 2, and 1. I actually cut the other one that locks you into insects. I was not a huge fan of that card because it's the only card that during the turn locks you into insects. The other ones like Invincible Atlas, Armor Horn, they lock you into insects while they're face up. So you can link them off for like the Papillion and stuff, and then you can still special summon out. So like you can make your access code and shit, or the Baron de Fleur. 2 Goki Pull. I've said in the past that this card, like, it defeats the purpose if you don't play 3. In this list of 60 cards, with so many normal summons, obviously his deck's normal summons twice a turn, so keep that in mind when you're like, oh my god, how many normal summons does a kid play? This card's just very fine, you know what I mean? And with the Neptune, it just puts them back in the deck anyways. And then the best card in the deck, I mean, fucking Resonance Insect. The Ben 10 card's not a once per turn in any way, shape, or form. And then I upped, this is my only hand trap that I'm playing. Also, this whole deck is insect monsters. I want to point that out. There's a reason for that. So, 3 Retaliating Sea. This card's very good. Also, it's a floater too whenever it goes to graveyard. And then this list, I'm actually playing 3 Mothman. So, Mothman, it's a very interesting card in this deck because a lot of the time, like, the technical play with this deck is very... you have to go in a certain order or you don't maintain the perfect game state that you want. But sometimes you want a Mothman just to get the extender. So, and then for the one-ups, I'm still playing 1 Doomdoza. 1 Scary Moth. If you guys want to go look up my last deck profile of Beetrooper, Scary Moth, there's a combo with Scary Moth. The card's very good. It's like Winda. And I'm actually playing these, so I want to talk about these for a second. This is part of the combo. So I'm playing Killer Needle, obviously with Goki Pull. It's a wind level 4. So obviously Barrier Statue's not as important now that some more expand, but I still felt like this card should be played. And then I'm playing my homeboy. This is my favorite insect card when I was a kid, the basic insect. So this card, people are like, what the fuck are you doing? And they click off video. Just relax. This card's part of the combo to make Baron. So I'll show you that at the very end of this. And then I'm just playing one of the token, Beetrooper token generator that's also an MST. This is the Reborn, one called by the Grave. And then these are the 2 turbo cards. So I'm actually playing Reasoning and Monster Gate in this deck. I'm going to actually pull the Monster Gate to the side. So the Reasoning obviously is very obvious because there's so many different levels in this deck, and they all kind of float anyways. But the Monster Gate I'm going to talk about in a second. So 1 Gold Sark, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Reborn. I'm actually playing Upstart in a 60-card list because I'm actually playing the Sky Striker cards. So, you know what I mean, more spells the better. 1 Unexpected Die. This summons the basic insect or the Killer Needle. And then for the Sky Striker card, so the 1 Engage. Hornet Drones, 2 Widow Anchor, and 2 Eagle Booster. So, the way I came up with this deck, the main thing is because the choke point of Beetroopers is usually like Veiling or Imperming the Armored Horn, the extra normal summon Link 2. So I like to have this card just for that scenario because you can still progress your game state and do whatever you want if the Armor Horn can't be can't be negated at all. So it's just completely fine. Plus this card with if like some boards you'll end on like Eagle Booster, Widow Anchor with the counter trap with just Invincible Atlas in your extra monster zone, and then you play into turn 3. A lot of things about this deck are kind of like Earth Machines, where you do want to play into the turn 3. You don't. Sometimes you set up like an unbreakable board. It's basically the Scary Moth with the rank 3, the Neptune, and then the Invincible Atlas. That can be broken, but with the Eagle Booster, if you just want to end on Invincible Atlas, it's just very good. And that's kind of why I was playing the Monster Gate, like I talked about. Was it fuels the graveyard with the spells and stuff. Card's actually very good. Actually, I am going to come back to this, one more time. I'm playing 3 of the Ready Fusion. Obviously, this gets to the Quaggar Hercules. And I'm playing 3 because it's a 60-card list. If I was playing 40 cards, I'd probably play 1 of it because I'm not a huge fan of playing hard 3-ofs like that are, just slap 1 monster on the board. And I'm playing 3 Talents. This was one of the decks that I was super happy with 3 Talents in, outside of Droplet, outside of any of that, because sometimes your hand will get low after you go through the combo, so Droplets isn't like super necessary, but I think Talents is just very good. So, and then this card, this is the fucking... So, I've talked about this card in the past. Multiplication of Ants. Tribute an insect monster, special summon 2 Army Ant tokens. The reason with this is like you can normal summon something to get you another insect and they Veiler it. And then you can still Multiplication of Ants that monster away for 2 tokens. And then you can make your Armored Horn because all the insect links in here don't need effect monsters. They just need insects. So another thing with this is like you can, if they like Veiler one of your dudes, you can play this. And then Monster Gate, one of the tokens that automatically puts 2 spells in graveyard. If you have the engage and stuff like that. So, and the last card's the counter trap. So, all right, and then for the extra deck, the 1 Quaggar Hercules. Super huge fan of this card. I really like the reprint. You know what's funny about this card was I was going to buy an Italian tournament pack in one of these supers like 2 days before this got announced as a super in the OTS, and I was like, yo, fuck all that. But I still might buy it later. But so that's for the Ready Fusion. The only link ones are the Kagari and the Almirage. I'm going to talk about these in a minute. And I just slimmed down space. I'm playing 2 Armor Horns and just 2 Papillions. This is all you need, realistically, because these can all be recycled, so it's just completely fine. And then this is the best card in the extra deck, I think, the Papillion. So it just needs 2+ effect monsters, and you can use either one of these. You can use Almirage or Kagari to summon this. It just gains a counter for each insect used as material with it. So you can go from like, Kagari into whatever, summon 1 dude that makes 2 dudes, and then you can army into, it's like a whole thing, but you can still climb into the Invincible Atlas. I'm only playing 2 Invincible Atlas. You never need 3. Never. I'm not playing Prosperity either, so. Then the 1 access code is very, very standard. The Cicada King is very insane. This is part of the combo. If you go back and look at my last Beetrooper upload, this is the combo with Scary Moth. And then the last 2 cards is the Savage, and I still haven't bought my Baron de Fleur, like I've explained in the past. We don't have events, so I'm not buying this, but Savage with the Dragon Bite card, you can always just make Savage. But I'm going to show you the combo real quick that just gets you into Baron de Fleur. It's very, very funny, very, very, just this, this, a Resonance Insect, and a Dragon Bite. So, it's technically only a 2-card combo, but I'm getting the basic Insect out. So you can actually just normal summon this, and then use its effect to special this, or just keep it in hand, doesn't matter. You'll activate effect, banish the Resonance Insect to target itself to make it level 8. And then the Resonance Insect, so remember this card, the Dragon Bite's level 8. So the Resonance Insect will send a Goki Pull from deck to graveyard. So you'll see this, babe. Banished graveyard. Goki Pull's effect will add a basic insect from your deck to your hand, but if you add a normal monster with Goki Pull, you'll special summon it. So you special summon the basic insect. This is level 8, this is level 2. So you can synchro these into the Baron. So that's just the combo for it that I found most useful anyways. Plus I just basic insects, one of my most nostalgic Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I feel like. So but yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Leave me a comment down below, ask me questions. I'll do the Ask Me Anything video, but thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.